steal my seat? Good girl. Now we both can be in the film. All right. So what we have in here is, probably as you've already seen, this is the Monoprice Stage Right 15 watt tube amp with a spring reverb. I really wanted to get this amp for a few different reasons. And I kind of been putting it off, waiting for the best price. They're really great price as they are. Usually run about $249.99. So I got a coupon. I think it was like 15% off. I think it came up to like $230 with tax. So it was like $215 without that. So I got a decent deal on it, so I decided to pull the trigger on it. Wanted to get it for pedal demos. I wanted to get something that's reasonably priced, really good clean pedal platform, has a decent, blues drive to it. So I watched some demos, and initially I was going to go with the Blues Junior Fender. Try to find like a used one for like $300, which that's tough to find one in decent shape. You're gonna have to account for shipping and stuff, and it's a fairly heavy amp. You're probably at least gonna do like $50 shipping. So I try to find one local. It's hard to even find that. Usually they're running about $400, and that's just wanted something cheap and easy. I have a Black Star 10 watt amp that has a decent clean on it. The only thing with that is its EQ is limited. It only has a volume gain and then the ISF knob. So I wanted a little more tweakability. I heard this stacked up against the Blues Junior, and whereas the Blues Junior has a great clean and great reverb, drive is a little bit lacking. I feel like the drive on this is comparable, if not a little better. I feel like this breaks up really easily with sort of an AC/DC, nice bluesy sound. The clean is not quite as nice as the Fender, but I felt close enough for the price. And again, it's my pedal platform amp, so I really just want the pedals to shine through, and I think the clean is sufficient enough, at least based on the demos I heard. So I figured we'd unbox it here today, and then here at Bare Bones, just put a couple different guitars in it, hear how the room mic picks it up. I might put my mic in front of it just to see how that sounds. Maybe hook a couple pedals up just to see how it takes that. Another thing with this that I felt was a better option than the Blues Junior is that this has an effects loop, so we can put our time-based effects in there, and that's something that I really like to have. I don't like the way a reverb sounds through the front of the amp, so having an effects loop makes this kind of set above the Blues Junior to me. I've only played the Blues Junior once anyway. It was okay. If anything, if I was going to get a Fender amp, I'd probably go Blues Breaker. That would probably be the small Fender amp I'd go with, but again, price is a little bit limited for me, so I wanted to get something cheaper. And I feel like this is going to do the trick, so let's go ahead and unbox it. If we can get Lola off of it, we will attempt to do that. Here you go, Loli. I'm going to take my spot again. Here you go. Come here. Here, I want you to sit over here. Let me cut this open. I'm sorry. Alright, good girl. Alright, let me cut this open. Don't try to jump on it. I don't want to hurt you. Get in with you in the box. Always in the box. I'll let you have the box after I open it. Alright, so we got Fun Foam, interesting. I forgot to mention that when FedEx, it was, put this on my doorstep, they put it upside down, whereas the writing on the box was upside down. Company packed it upside down, so that's interesting. It's not ideal. So yeah, so packed it upside down. So FedEx actually somehow were mind readers and did it right. All right. So that's it. Oh, here we go. There's the owner's manual. And then just has the power cable inside. So I'll do some close-ups of it so you can see. And then we have a box to play with. There's the amp, front of it. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention that I really liked about this amp, might be hard to see, but it has a power soak, so you can go to 1 watt or 15 watts. So that was another plus on the amp. I'll show you the back here. So there is our external speaker. Sorry if I'm breathing heavy, I just got done mowing the grass. And then carrying this light amp down doesn't help. Yeah, so we got our effects send and return. We got our Celestion 7080 speaker. That's something in the future I'm probably going to upgrade. I'm thinking I'm going to go a Eminence Texas Heat, because I had that in an old amp. I had that in my PV Classic 30, and I really enjoyed that speaker. So let's move on and let's play some sound samples. All right, so got it plugged in. Gonna be playing through first my ESP. This is a EC400, made in Korea model, and it's not stock. The stock pickups were a JB and a 59 from Seymour Duncan. These have been upgraded to Planet Tone pickups. This is a full throttle in the bridge, and then a 1978 Pasadena in the neck. A little less output than the JB and the 59. Well, I should say the JB. Full throttle is a little less output. I just thought I had a little more clarity. The neck pickup is similar in tone to the 59. I think it's about the same output. I just felt it didn't get quite as muddy on the neck pickup. I love the 59 and the JB. I just wanted something a little different for this guitar. So we'll start out with this guitar, and right now it is on the 15 watt mode, and I'm going to crack it on. And I have everything on 12 o'clock except for the volume and the reverb. I don't have the reverb on at all now. I just want to see kind of how 12 o'clock sounds. I don't think it's going to sound amazing, but right now the volume's at about 1.5, almost 2, so let's just get it to 2. And we'll just try it like that. I'll just do a couple power chords. All right, let's put a little reverb on there. We'll do it to 2. So that's just bridge pickup, and everything's still on 12 as far as the EQ settings. I'm going to try the neck and see what we sound like. All right. So there, so I'm gonna dial back the gain. We'll put it at 3. I'm going to put the tone at about 7. I'm gonna crank back the bass to 3. I'm just gonna put the mid at 4 as opposed to 5. So when I say 12 o'clock, that's 5 on the settings there. So I'll just move the treble up just a notch. So that's at 6, so 1 o'clock if we're doing it that way. I'll leave the reverb where it's at, volume where it's at for now, and see how that sounds. It's on the bridge pickup. That's nice. Neck. Put this down a tiny bit here. I guess it's okay where it's at. Alright. I like this setting. This is nice. I feel like very nice chords come ring through. And that's reverb at 2. I'm going to put it to 3 just to see what that sounds like. Nice, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna put the reverb back down to 2. And I just want to see how it sounds with the gain maxed. Just to see. I don't know if it's gonna sound good, but we're gonna try. That's not too bad. I feel like the gain's probably a little too high. I'm going to put it on 8, so that'd be 3 o'clock. I'm going to put the volume up a tiny bit more. I'm going to put tone up to 8 as well, so that's 3 o'clock. I'm going to put the bass back to 2, which, well, what is that on the clock? My mind's going. I'm going to scoop the mids, put that to 2. And then treble, I'm going to put to 3 o'clock. Okay, we're going to see how that sounds. Not bad. I feel like the treble is a little too high. I'm going to dial it back a notch. I'm gonna pull up the mids just a scotch. And we'll dial back the tone a tiny bit too. I'm gonna crank the volume a tiny bit more. Alright, I'm going to crank the volume up a tiny bit more. The wife's not home, but the dog and cat are. I'm going to crank it up to 4. That's going to be probably ear piercing. Probably not good for the camera mic. And let's just do that as well. And let's do that. And that too. That's gain max. Volume on 4, which is pretty high for this house. Tone on 7, bass on 3, mid on 3, treble on 8, reverb on 2.5. Volume on 6. Volume on 8. Let me let that cool down, because I'm making pizza and I'm hungry. I'll come back with a Strat or a Telly or both.